let's start there with this tax on second homes. And you think about just the relationship that Kathy Hochul brings to the situation, because she had opposed a blanket tax when it comes to millionaires' income taxes. So why was the second home tax perhaps a little bit more palatable?
Right. She found a compromise with Mamdani where she would tax a sliver of New York's wealthy, but they're the wealthy that don't live here. They probably don't vote here. And so she gets around taxing a broad swath of millionaires, which is what Mamdani wanted to do, but she still gets to say, I'm taxing the rich. And these are not, most of the voters, they don't live here. It doesn't have the same impact.
What does it mean, though, when it comes to the impact potentially on the luxury market? Because, you think about a lot of those second homes, they're being used as pied-à-terres, for example.
Right, and that's where she's focused on, is the pied-à-terres. She says this won't have much of an impact, but the real estate market, and agents think otherwise. They say that the luxury market really depends on these pied-à-terre transactions. And for example, Corcoran has one team where 40% of their real estate sales for luxury items are for pied-à-terres. There's a concern that, for example, the $5 million cutoff, because you only get taxed if your pied-à-terre costs $5 million or more, will cause people to start buying homes in lower tier markets, like $3 million, and that will flood the rest of the real estate market, where homes, as we know, are, there's not a lot of homes.
Right, yeah, an interesting sort of trickle-down situation there. Yeah. Let's talk about this moment in time, though, because this sort of tax, it's been on the table, floated in various forms for years now. So what is different about this period?
Right. Well, it comes when other states, other democratically led states like Washington and California and Massachusetts are proposing their own wealth taxes, or just taxes on assets where it makes it perhaps more likely to pass. Back in 2019, there was an attempt to do this. It failed in New York, but now you have these other states that are coming on board. There's more of a push to tax the wealthy. So I think, and Kathy Hochul, she's the main obstacle here. She doesn't want to pass it. She doesn't, and she's already decided she's going to.